What's up, guys? AW here. Earlier stream than usual. I won't be. I probably won't be streaming tonight. I'll be out tonight, so I'm doing an earlier stream than tonight for today. Today on this Wednesday. Okay, let you all know. All right. Hope to see you in the comments down below. Yeah, yeah. So I guess if you're watching my channel for the first time and you see what you like, whether it's a video or a stream, make sure to smash the like button down below. Please, both encourage subs. Do that. Please, appreciate it. Not gonna be a long stream. It's gonna be a solo stream too. Okay, solo stream. Not gonna have anybody on for this stream. Solo stream by myself. But also make sure to join membership down below. Not overly expensive. Okay. At all. Hope to see the chat start popping. Probably won't. Okay. Probably won't start popping. Okay, let me see this. I want to see something. Okay. So I hope to see the chat popping any minute now. Okay. People are watching from YouTube. Okay. Fine, that's good. YouTube, it's good. All right, man. I've been live for 3 minutes now. Uh, all right. Hope to see people start popping in the chat. Yeah, I don't expect as much as I don't expect like last night to have and a very active chat. Okay. Okay. I'm just reading something and maybe laugh. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I hope to see the chat start popping. Yeah, this is really weird. I think this topic here and I talk about here is if you're into Street Fighter, into video games, Street Fighter, there's a video live adaptation in the works, right? So okay, so this is what's all about. This stream is gonna be about Street Fighter. Okay. Okay, it's gonna be about Street Fighter. Okay, and it's about casting for Street Fighter, the movie, live action movie. Okay, Li- live cat. Who's who's in talks and talks, not not set, but who's in talks to star in a movie. Okay, the biggest name here is Jason Momoa. Okay. Jason Momoa is obviously the biggest name here. That's reported by Deadline to be in talks to start in the movie. Okay. Okay. Jason Momoa, who's gonna be Lobo. That's the biggest star there, right? So also we got Andrew Koji. Is it Andrew? Yeah, Andrew Koji, and Noah Centineo, supposedly gonna start as Ryu and Ken. Okay, the protagonist of Street Fighter. Supposedly that's who they're gonna start as, right? And talks to start as. Okay. All right. Right. But I think surprise casting here, surprise name here on this list is Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, WWE superstar Roman Reigns, in talks possibly star in a Street Fighter movie. Okay, now as a wrestling fan, I knew there was reports about a week ago, 2 weeks ago that Roman Reigns is might be running down his wrestling career a little bit. Right? And is looking for the next transition in his life. Possibly the guy is Roman Reigns is age. He might be 40 now. Okay, he is 39 years old, getting out to 40. Okay, and apparently he's looking to dwindle down his career in wrestling and is looking to possibly take the next step in his life, his career, as possibly looking to get away into the entertainment industry. And when I mean entertainment industry, I know obviously not wrestling. I mean Hollywood, right? Movies, TV, stuff like that. Okay, that's what I read. That's what I read about a week ago in from wrestling trades, and I'm not surprised by this because he does. His wrestling schedule, his wrestling commitment. He's not weekly there. He's mostly cycles. Wrestles is basically I don't know, couple appearances a year in a cycle, maybe like 3 or 4 months a year, 3 or 4 or 5, 6 months a year, not a full year. Okay, so and then yeah, he has been away for a month right now. Right now, he comes back for when wrestling gets big, when WB when it starts to get serious again. Right, there's okay, and this summertime as we get closer to end of July, August, that's when wrestling gets serious again. And then at the end of August, September and October, it takes a bit of a dip until we get to November. December takes a bit of a dip. January gets very serious. January all the way to March to April is very serious wrestling. There's different periods in time of wrestling in WWE where it's not as important as other times in the calendar year. Okay. Okay. Also, wrestling fans know this. Maybe non-wrestling fans know this. Okay, Roman Reigns is the actual real-life cousin of Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Yes, The Rock, who apparently is going to start another A24 movie for For A24, I mentioned that. Okay. Now, the Roman Reigns news is breaking among the wrestling world because uh, it's not the first time a wrestling superstar is breaking out into the entertainment into the entertainment sphere. You know, you got Hogan, Hulk Hogan, obviously, right? Was they tried to make him '80s, early '90s action star with Suburban Commando, I think Bar Bly or whatever. No Holds Bar, The Nanny. You got Waddy Piper, stuff like that. Andre the Giant. Yeah, Andre the Giant was in one of the Conan the Barbarian movies, and also in Princess Bride. Right? Undertaker was in one of the movies. Kevin Nash was Super Shredder in Jurassic Park, not Jurassic Park, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. And then you got to people like The Rock, who broke out, right? Austin was in some movies. Obviously, John Cena is right there, being being cast in a lot of things, working a lot. Same with Batista, uh, and some other wrestlers that would either do smaller roles. Now let's actually break it out to become bigger, have big roles in movies. Okay, but this is a big role for Roman Reigns. Now he has to start, right? He has to start small first, which he did actually. He was in Hobbs and Shaw, and for a couple minutes. But this is more of a major role because I believe the role he's looking for is. I believe. I believe the role he's looking for. It's. I'm not sure from the second movie. Second movie, he's being eyed to play. Don't know, but a bigger role than he got in the Fast and Furious spin-off Hobbs and Shaw. Jason Momoa is obviously going to be the major star of this show movie because there's Jason Momoa, Nolan Centineo, and Andrew Quaid. Well, some people know who they are. They're not the star. They're not the caliber of star power that Jason Momoa is. Who's going to come off obviously as Lobo in the Supergirl movie and a bunch of other things that he has lined up. Just recently off Minecraft, right? Starting as Lobo. Um, so Jason Momoa is the big star here, and they're taking this serious movie seriously. It sounds like. It sounds like. Now, Noah Santino and Andrew Koji are supposed to play Ryu and Ken. Ken, supposedly, the two protagonists here. Nothing on who's going to be like Chung Li or Cammy or any other protagonists or villains or like people like Bison. Okay. Now, why am I doing why am I doing this on my main channel and not my wrestling channel, despite Roman Reigns being there? Right? That's a good question, guys, because none of you asked it. So I'm gonna ask it to myself. I'm crazy like that because it is a pop culture kind of pop culture pop culture news worthy item. Not exactly wrestling. I'll probably talk about Roman Reigns being a Street Fighter on a wrestling stream on my other channel, which is my avatar. My avatar, if you want to know my wrestling channel, my avatar is called Lane of SmackDown. That's actually my wrestling channel. It's for sports. So if you're watching my pop culture channel and you want to check out my wrestling channel, my avatar right now is the actual name of my avatar right now is the actual name of my wrestling channel. But I digress. I don't know. I like saying that word. Okay, so they're gonna call him by his name. So they reported his names as Roman Reigns. That's the reports as Roman Reigns, not his actual name. And I think it's okay to. I think it's about time where, yeah, they may be wrestling, and that might be their stage name of wrestling, but it's not their. It shouldn't be their stage name when it comes to other things. I think it's okay for them to be called. I think it's okay for him to just say his actual name, which is which is Lee Tai Joe Inouye. Inouye. Yeah, so just call him Joe. Just call him Joseph or Joe Inouye. That's it. You don't need to put Roman Reigns, but I guess most people are familiar with the name Roman Reigns. Non wrestling fans, well, I don't think would care. Non wrestling fans might not know that this is The Rock's cousin, Dwayne Rock Johnson's cousin. Okay, the big dog and the tribal chief. That's what we call Roman Reigns. Okay. Now remember, like I said earlier in the stream, being eyed or talking to Star, or legendary Street Fighter, right? When is this movie coming out? Supposedly. Also, remember he's coming back as Duncan Idaho in the third Dune movie, Dune Messiah. So he's coming back for that. That's Jason Momoa. Oh yeah, and Jason Momoa is actually going to be in a comedy with another fellow wrestler, Dave Batista, former wrestler. He is rep by Jason Momoa is rep by WME and LSD Laird and Sobel. That's his representatives. Roman, I think Roman is he's rep by Bad Toro and Ben, Bennett. I don't know who those are. Okay, don't know. It doesn't say. It doesn't say Degrassi. It just says these are they're in talks. Along. Okay, here reps for the studio. Okay, based on Capcom. Reps for the studio declined to comment, and the plot of the film remains under wraps. In February, Bad Trips Kiyosakura, board as a director, inheriting the project from Talk to Me's Danny and Michael Philippou, who attached themselves in April of 2023, following Legendary's acquisition of the exclusive film and TV rights to Street Fighter IP. The film adaptation is being co-developed and co-produced alongside Capcom. The developer and the publisher is really Capcom is the developer and publisher of the video game. No word on who has emerged. No word has emerged yet on who has written and is specifically produced the action year. So there's nothing really. Who is apparently is still scheduled out to come for 2026. But it's been definitely delayed. Remember, it has been pretty big too for a NASCAR driver. I'm not surprised, man. So yeah, this movie has actually been infinitely delayed. But if if they're actually talking and they're getting close to casting some of the characters, this movie, this is the delay. They'll announce a new They'll announce a new date very shortly. Okay, announce a new date. If they're actually in the process of getting a whole cast pretty much signed on soon, and they have a director, it's pretty much. I don't think so. I don't think so. So I don't think it's coming from cons. No, no. So well, it was supposed to originally come out next year, March 20th, 26th. Snyder's UFC movies that sale for cons. He filmed it already. I think usually thought movies that don't have a distributor get shown at festivals that get picked up by a distributor. I didn't know he filmed it already. Who's gonna pick up his UFC movie? Angel Studios. But apparently Alan Richardson's also cast. No, that's fan. That's fan. No, that's a fan casting. Okay. What the fuck? Okay. Now, okay. James Momoa is all over the place. Now, who has Street Fighter? Who owns it? Who owns it? Who owns the? It's legendary, right? Distributed by Sony Pictures. Sony Pictures. Okay. Yeah, okay. Legendary is gonna make it. It's gonna be produced by Sony Pictures. Look. Sony Pictures has an up and down relationship with their video games, right? In adaptations, you got Uncharted, which I didn't like, and then they done a pretty good job of Gran Turismo. Okay. Well, actually, they produced Gran Turismo in Uncharted. They're not producing this. They're Legendary's producing Street Fighter. Okay. This to me sounds Legendary and Sony. Well, it doesn't say anything here. It doesn't say anything about Street Fighter, how it affects Street Fighter. I haven't found anything. So, okay. So I think there's gonna be accusations of nepotism here. There's gonna be accusations of nepotism here because Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns and The Rock are related. They're cousins, and so people are gonna assume they're gonna accuse of The Rock getting Roman Reigns possibly this job, this role, instead of Roman Reigns working for it. Okay, working on his own. Okay, they're uh, they're gonna say he doesn't deserve it. Why is he gonna be in this video game movie? Who's he? What big role is he gonna play? He's playing a big role. He should start from scratch to something a small role. It's The Rock. It's The Rock's doing. It's Dwayne Johnson's doing. He's the reason why. Reason why. It's gonna be. There's gonna be that. It's gonna be that for sure. Because I know it. Anybody that's related to the Rock's family that's gonna get involved in a movie or TV show, there's gonna be people are gonna accuse of the Rock favoritism towards family, making sure his family gets these kind of roles, bigger roles. Than they should. Roles that they don't deserve, and maybe he does. I mean, it's not surprising. Sometimes it happens. This is the entertainment industry. Sometimes that nepotism. Well, not sometimes. A lot. Nepotism is a factor. Over. It's here's the thing. Here's the thing about the entertainment industry. It's really who you know, right? It's who you know. It's who you know. Talent alone doesn't. Talent alone doesn't get you to the top, right? It may help a bit, but it's also on who you know. Okay, talent is really. Oh, I didn't know that Degrassi. Well, I didn't say anything on the. I didn't say it didn't say anything about that. Like an update on the who, an update on the on who's gonna produce, who's gonna make it, produce it. I assume Sony's still gonna distribute it. Sony should produce it though. Okay, and look, Roman Reigns is 39 years old. Okay, 39 years old. Wrestles, you don't understand. Like non-wrestling fans, you don't understand the grueling, the grueling schedule wrestlers go through. Okay, each year. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing in WB. You're basically cutting out live events. That means non-televised shows like on Saturdays and Sundays and stuff. They're basically not having. They're not basically going to small towns or anything like that. To put on a live event. Okay, so they're basically cutting out house show live events, which I love to go to. I really do like going to them. They're fun, but there's a financial side of things, and so the grueling schedule really for a WWE wrestler is not not as grueling as it once was. Okay, okay. Here's the thing: a Raw wrestler, they come to Raw on Mondays, right? They come to Raw on Mondays. Come take a plane, whatever. Get a ticket, take a plane. Come on Monday, show up the arena, and then next day they could go home. Tuesday and go home and spend 3 or 4 days, 5 days at home. You don't have to go back on the road on Thursday. You do fucking house shows for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You don't have to do that anymore. It's basically stay at home for a week. So the grueling schedule is definitely, definitely not what it was for wrestling. WWE at least. Legendary has moved to acquire more Capcom IP film rights. Oh yeah, so yeah, like Resident Evil is happening, right? Not Legendary. Is it by Legendary for Resident Evil? I don't know. Okay. And also like sure, Roman could work on the movie during okay. The thing is Roman doesn't work a full schedule anyway. So whatever. Okay? Okay. If you really think about it now, working on a movie set or a TV set is a lot more grueling than traveling like a wrestler does now. Okay? Than wrestling does. Okay? Now, I would have not said that back then when they had house shows on weekdays and stuff. You gotta remember, like, they had house shows on weekdays. They used to do house shows on weekdays, okay? Not just weekends, but on weekdays. WWE used to do house shows on weekdays. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and sometimes they have 2 shows a day. 2 shows a day. Okay? So I like Roman Reigns 39 years old, he's getting his 40s. So yes, wrestlers, unlike athletes, where 40 is like technically the age where yeah, it's like where like 40 to me is technically the age where athletes kind of retire, right? Once you get close to 40, once you when you're 35 to 40, it's like yeah, you're getting close to retirement. In wrestling, 40 is not when you're getting close to 40, you don't think about retiring at all. Okay? Heck, most of that, right? You don't think about it. So, yeah, don't worry. But I think Roman will be fine filming this, guys. He'll be able to take some time off because he does take time off already on a schooling schedule. So he'll be able to do this if he signs on, right? Signs on. Okay, guys, and he has been. It's been reported by wrestling trades, not Wesley Krieger's. Now it's on. It has been reported by wrestling trades, not the entertainment, not the Hollywood trades, but in the past, it's been a couple weeks ago. It's been reported by wrestling trades that Roman's looking to settle down his wrestling career and looking to move to do his next direction for his career. And that's like this movies and stuff. Because a lot of wrestlers are doing entertainment on the side, right? A lot of them do entertainment on the side. Me and my aunt are busy today. Yeah, yeah. Me and my aunt are busy today. Okay, okay. Now, like Jason Momoa. So the rumor is like now if you look at Roman and Jason Momoa, they look alike. They look alike. Jason Momoa and Roman Reigns. Two people. I made jokes about Roman Reigns is going to be king a lot of Burger King this summer. No, it's the alts. So Jason Momoa, right? You remember people? There's like Roman Reigns. I joked about Roman Reigns being Lobo. So apparently, if apparently in the movie, we don't know who they're gonna be cast as, but apparently they're gonna be brothers. Brothers. They're gonna play brothers. So apparently Jason Momoa is gonna play the. It's gonna play the mentor of Ryu and Ken. That teaches them right. What's his name? Fuck. It's a hard name to pronounce. How do you say his name? I know his name. It's just hard to say. I don't want to butcher it. Just tell me in the comments, guys, who teaches Ryu, like the name, because I know it. I just don't want to butcher it. Okay, go Ken, right? Go Ken. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so that's apparently what who Jason Momoa might be playing. Okay, and and he sounds hot right now, and so apparently, Roman Reigns might play the brother of Gokan, right? Um, from the second game. A, Akuma, possibly as Akuma, the brother, right? The brother, Akuma, another antagonist, right? Another antagonist. But there's a possibility that there's a possibility that I I just smash buttons. I know more Mortal Kombat lore than the Street Fighter lore, honestly. Secret Wars of the two movies. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I'm lying against my scoop. Oh yeah. Well, oh, I mean, there's somebody saying it's true. Somebody's saying that but somebody is do it. Do it. Um, they're not gonna do three Avenger movies in a row. That's fucking ridiculous. If you really think about it, but whatever. You should do that. You should do that, Blind. You should do that though. Um, yeah. So there's also another possibility that Roman Reigns might play Blanca. Remember the green guy with the red hair. You know, Blanca. Possibly. I mean, the guy has a wrestling build, right? Kind of has that built like a wrestler. Roman Reigns, I guess, a hair. They could do something with the hair. Okay. Oh right, yeah. No, Blanca. Yeah, I might clean it later. It sounds like that. Sounds like that. Andrew Koji is supposedly yeah. Andrew Koji. Koji, yeah, Koji, not Koji, yeah, Ryu, yeah, and Noah Santino possibly Ken. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's Ken. He has to dye his hair, right? He would have to dye his hair, right? Yeah. But Noah Santino and yeah, he was um Noah Santino was yeah, he was in Black Adam. Yeah, me too. He would have been good. Who's directing? Director, Street Fighter director. That's a good question. It's supposed to be Kitao Sakuri. Yeah, Andrew Koji for Ghost of Tsushima. All right, I have nothing else to say. Oh man, this is starting to sound like Tony Randall's 1995 live action Fist of the North Star HBO movie, which is a good thing. Fun movie. Um, I'm just reading some fake leaks, man. Some fake, ridiculous scoops from Marvel stuff. It's not believable. Oh, I don't know what else to say because I'm gonna go out soon. This is all I have really for now. I would have more if I didn't have. For I would have done more if it, I would have done more if it's later. If I didn't have everything planned tonight, I probably have a longer stream. I probably would have a longer stream. All right. So yeah, thank you guys. I'm not gonna. There may be a chance if I come home early enough, I'll maybe do a impromptu stream on something. I don't know, maybe. But I'm gonna go now, and I'll be back tomorrow for sure. That's 100% guaranteed. But yeah, make sure to like, share, subscribe.